Welcome, welcome to the Check-in Report. I am your humble host, True and Living, and this is the Check-in Report. Let me hit the warning right quick. It didn't go off, but we are here to talk about something, very important. Women cheating on their significant others. There is a new research study going off, and they're saying that over 70% of women are cheating on their boyfriends, their husbands. Stop the record. Is this true? If you're a woman out there, this message happens to reach you. If you're in the rebroadcast, if you're in the live stream, do you find that is true? Are you a woman that is currently cheating on your man? Do you have spare boyfriends on the side? Because there's research that supports the evidence that women are cheating in higher numbers, more than ever, if you will, on their significant others. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening in America where women are cheating more than they've ever cheated before? 70% of women say that they have a spare boyfriend. What is the issue? Are women not being loved enough? Are women not, are their boyfriends not hitting that G spot? Is there, are they lacking something somewhere? Are women just addicted to affection and attention? What is the major malfunction that's happening where they're saying 70% of women are having backup boyfriends? And there's also another post from the New York Post that I pulled up. This is a research show. We pulled up some evidence here. We pulled up some things. They're saying women are more than likely to cheat. So that's also another thing that we have to pull up. We have to add that to the docket, if you will. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This is something that we want to talk about today. This is something we want to break down. This is something that we have to get to. This is something that I wanted to talk about today, But let's pull this thing up from where I found it first, because we have receipts on this show. We don't just spurt out things that we don't know, things that we don't have no clue about. We get to the facts here. So let's pull up the article that ultimately they're taking this. Well, not the article. It's actually a video on WorldStar that they brought this up, where they're saying, women are having backup boyfriends and women are cheating more than ever. Let's play this WorldStar hip-hop video where they're saying this.
You were in a relationship. Should you really have a backup plan? There is new research that shows half of all women have a guy on the back burner just in case things go wrong.
Half of all women have a dude on the side, on the back burner. A dude that, hit the G-spot. Salute to Sinclair. I see Sinclair's checked in. Salute to Sinclair. I see she's checked into the building. Sinclair says, if my friends are cheating, they definitely won't tell me. I'll tell on them and wouldn't be friends any longer. Betrayal is wrong. I agree. That's very noble of you, Sinclair. A lot of women, that's a whole nother topic. A lot of women, they stay face for their friends. They'll sit there and they'll know that the dude that their homegirl is messing with, they'll know that he's being cheated on, that the girl that they're friends with is doing them dirty. She got all types of dudes that are coming to her house all types of times of the night. And, things are going down. She's at this club. She's with this guy. She's with that guy. And a lot of girls will, turn the other cheek. They act like they didn't see that. They act like they wouldn't do anything. But, researchers are saying that 70% of women are out there with backup boyfriends. In your opinion, Sinclair, what do you think? What do you think is happening with the social status or the social fabric, with women? What is making women more inclined to cheat? What is making women more inclined Pardon me. What is making women more inclined to cheat on their better halves and on their partners? What is it? Is it are they missing do they just crave attention? Or is their man not hitting it right? It could be a plethora of things. Maybe they're not feeling the love and affection from the current relationship. What do you ultimately think it is, Sinclair, that is making women have to have backup boyfriends? Let's get back to this report, though. See what they say.
In their current relationship, physician and national mindful living expert Dr. Romy Mushtaq is here to talk more about that. Dr. Romy, seriously?
Good morning, Tom. I know, and I
Come on, this sounds positively guy,
doesn't it? And I have to sit here and defend all of us women, but this is the latest psychology research. I was just as shocked reading this data. More than half of women who are married and categorize themselves
married. We're not even just talking about women that are dating, women that are like, have a boyfriend, you maybe a situationship, maybe, we're talking about women that are in relationships, women that are married, women that are spoken for. They feel the need to have a backup boyfriend. What is the issue? What is the problem? Sinclair says, I think social media plays a huge part. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Sinclair, you hit the nail on the head. I agree. I also agree that social media is the reason why we're seeing a lot of women go that route, because social media has awarded people, it's awarded people attention. The average girl, she can get a lot of likes, she can see all the dudes in the world liking her picture. All she got to do is wear something scantily clad and all types of dudes will be in her inbox. They don't care if they see her with a boyfriend. They don't care if they see her with a husband. They trying to get on there. They don't care. They'll mess up that dude's relationship if they have to. And that's what we're seeing a lot. We're seeing that social media is destroying a lot of relationships. It used to be finances. Back in the day, they used to say finances was the number one cause of why relationships don't go good or why they turn bad. I would have to disagree. I think now it's social media. Social media has corrupted the minds of the youth. Social media has corrupted the minds of women, in my opinion. But I agree with that point, Sinclair. Let's get back to it.
Is happily
Wait a
married.
sec.
They're married.
Happily married women are doing this?
Married woman.
Plan. And what is a backup plan?
Why does a married woman have a backup plan? I thought the phrase was, DEATH, do us part. I don't want to say the word because I'm monetizing this video. But, that was the phrase until, deletion, do us part. It's supposed to be something that is supposed to last forever. It's supposed to be something that you're supposed to rock out with your partner. It's supposed to be through sickness and all this, through misfortune and deletion and all this stuff. It's supposed to be a love that lasts forever. But women that are in marriages or that are in relationships, they finding the need to want to have backup situations for themselves, something that they could fall back on, a dude that could hit them off on the side, slap them across the face with it, hit it on the, all types of situationships. That's what women are into these days. They're into that drama, if you will. Let's continue.
Plan. It means you have someone on the back burner.
So a specific person they've identified.
Person that they've identified, and in most cases it was either an ex-boyfriend or an old friend who never made it to the dating category.
And it's crazy that she mentioned that, because this is something that I've spoken about. I've always spoken about how you have to watch out for the ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend is always going to be a factor. The ex-boyfriend, the guy that the girl has history with, that guy that she just couldn't get over, that guy where she feels like she has to go back to, or maybe we could have worked things out. That guy will always be a factor. It's that guy. It's the baby father. And it's the friend zone guy. These are the men you have to be wary of when you're dating a woman, when you're married to a woman, when you're in a relationship with a woman. These are the guys you have to be, you have to be vigilant of these guys. Sinclair says lack of self-respect. Unresponsible, expectations in divorce has become acceptable. I agree. We live in a country where these things are acceptable. Back in the day, it wasn't acceptable to just do a divorce. When people got divorced back in the day, they felt like they were failing God, if you will. They felt like, I'm failing my faith. I'm failing God by giving up on this relationship, by giving up on this marriage, by giving up on this situation. They felt like they were failing something. But in today's world, in modern days, people feel like a divorce is not that big of a deal. It's not a commitment between you and your partner and God. It's something way more. That's not that big of a deal. We can get divorced next week. It's not a big deal. Who cares? We'll get divorced next week. He's not hitting it right. We'll get divorced. He's not giving me the love and affection I need. We'll get divorced. That's how, a lot of people are contemplating their relationships now. They're not caring about that now. When back in the day it was a lot different. I agree, Sinclair. Let's get back to it.
Right.
Get out of town.
Unfortunately, yes. And
he can't believe it.
The problem is social media has just made it.
Sinclair is right again. What does Sinclair say? Sinclair. Man, I wish my system was working. It's not working. But I wish my system was working. But Sinclair hit the nail on the head. She said social media. Social media is so powerful. Because, I feel sorry for future generations because future generations won't know a world before social media. I remember a world before social media. I remember a world before a Facebook, a Instagram, a MySpace, a Black Planet, a Tinder, a BLK, a Chispa, a Bumble, a Twitter. I remember a world before that. But now when we live in this, coming to this era, everybody's logged in. Everybody's into the grid. Everybody's logged into the grid. Everybody's craving that attention. Everybody's craving the likes. Everybody's craving that affection. Everybody's craving, even, when you see, people putting out those motivational speeches or those dream job or those, I'm in Dubai in a foreign car. Everybody's aspiring to something. And when you put that on social media and you're showing people, different options or different, aspects or thirsty dudes in the inbox blowing up a girl's phone, blowing up a girl's inbox. There's options out there for you. There's things that'll make your mind go, you know what? I don't have to be faithful to this guy. I don't have to be faithful to this dude because I got 100 or 10. I got like 100 options in my inbox that I could reach out to. Social media. Sinclair hit the nail on the head. Social media is what's going on. Is what's happening to a lot of women that's corrupting their minds. Let's get back to it.
Too easy to have such a type of behavior.
Right. So I know you're here to say, though,
yes,
watch out because this Absolutely. Is anything but good.
It is. I agree.
Yeah, but that's the report right there. They're pretty much saying that social media, and Sinclair said she hit the nail on the head. Shout out to Sinclair. She hit the nail on the head. Social media is corrupting the minds of a lot of people. Corrupting the mind. I even heard Boosie say this. Crazy enough, I heard Boosie. he said how social media was messing up men as well. He said how back in the day, it used to be your girl, the girls you used to see at your job, and maybe a couple joints on the block, and that was it. He said social media that messed it up, that messed dudes up, because now it's your girl, it's the dudes you meet on the block, and it's the girls at work, but it's also all of the girls on Instagram, it's all of the girls on Facebook, it's all of the girls on the dating apps, it's all of the girls in all these different places. It's different now. It's more options. You're more inclined to look the other way. You're more inclined for your eye to see what else out there, what's out there more appealing to you. And less people are finding themselves being faithful. Less people are finding themselves, to be responsible and do the right thing and stay in that relationship. Let's run that back one more time. Let's
You're in a relationship. Should you really have a backup plan? There is new research that shows half of all women have a guy on the back burner just in case things go wrong.
On the back burner, ladies and gentlemen. Sinclair says, I'd have to wait to see the boy I was smitten with let me run that back. Hold on. I have to wait to see the boy I was smitten with on only weekends and go to work. He worked at 31 Flavor Ice Creams. We went to different schools. See, that's a good point. Back in the day, it was more like homely. It was more like, okay, some dude in your community, some dude in your neighborhood, some dude that you met at the ice cream shop, like you said, some dude that you meet, at whatever places you went to. Now, you got a bunch of thirsty dudes in your DMs. You got a bunch of thirsty dudes on your Instagram, a bunch of thirsty dudes on your Twitter, thirsty dudes on the Facebook, thirsty dudes on all the social medias that you're on. So, it's not as, homely, or it's not as, like how it was before, like how Sinclair is stating how it was like, it was more like neighborhood. It was more like, these are the people that's in your community, people that you want to date, people that you want to be around with. It's not like that anymore. People have way more options. People have way more. And is it really options, or is it really just thirsty people now? Is it more just thirsty dudes in your DMs? Is it really options? I mean, are the dudes that are liking your picture, blowing up your inbox, are they really trying to cuff you? Are they really trying to date you? Are they really trying to wife you up? Or are they just trying to hit it? That's another thing that women haven't, women aren't really deciphering that. Are these men really trying to cuff you? Are these men really trying to date you? Are these men really trying to have a situation with you? Or is it just, one night stand? That's another thing that women aren't really contemplating or they're thinking about. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. Back in the day, it was like, you meet a girl, just like Sinclair said, at the ice cream shop. You met a girl at the library. You met a girl at school. You met a girl walking down the street. You get to know her. Know what I mean? It was all neighborhood. It was all homely. It's not like that anymore. Let's run this back, though.
In their current relationship, physician and national mindful living expert Dr. Romy Mushtaq is here to talk more about that. Dr. Romy, seriously?
Good morning, Tom. I know, and
Come on, this sounds positively guy,
doesn't it?
Shout out to Trey Porter. He says, she's never yours. It's just your turn. Woo! Trey Porter with the sniper rifle. She's never yours. Woo! It's just your turn. I have to concur that, I have to concur that. I have to. I mean, that's a sharp punch to the gut, which is very true. A lot of these women, it's really just your turn. It's not, she's not yours. Is she really yours? How many dudes have had, respectfully, how many dudes have had her? Does she have a past? Where is she from? What has she been into? What has she been doing these last few years before you got to know her? Is she really yours, or is it just your turn? That's heavy. Let's get back to it. That's heavy, Trey.
And I have to sit here and defend all of us women, but this is the latest psychology research. I was just as shocked reading this data. More than half of women who are married and categorize themselves as happily
Wait a
married.
sec.
They're married.
Happily married women are
We're talking about married women here as well. We're not just talking about women that are dating, women that, they got some little boyfriend that they just met, they just started talking or whatever. We're not talking about that. We're talking about girls in relationships, girls that are dating, girls that are in marriages, girls that are spoken for. Women that have chosen already. They already chosen. The dude already got on one knee and decided to put a ring on it. They still looking for backups for these dudes. Let's continue.
doing this?
Have a backup plan.
Wow.
What is a backup plan? It means you have someone on the back burner.
So a
like-
specific
And my thing is, how do you have a backup plan for a husband? How do you have a backup plan for a husband? How is that?
person
a
they've
specific
identified.
person that they've identified, and in most cases it was either an ex-boyfriend or an old friend who never made it to the dating category.
Get out of town.
Unfortunately, yes. And the problem is social media has just made it too easy to have.
There you go. Sinclair hit the nail on the head. She said social media. Social media is the reason why women are cheating on men. See, a lot of men, they're just so impressed with, seeing a big butt on Instagram. They're so impressed with seeing that big butt or those knockers, respectfully, on TikTok, or seeing that girl, spread eagle on a social media site. They're impressed with that. But in reality, nobody's asking the question of how many dudes are in that inbox. When that girl is, doing all those thirst trapped and all, there's a lot of dudes in that DMs, man. A lot of dudes in that DM, a lot of dudes, that are real bold, they sending pics. They sending pics of the eggplant. They sending pics of all types of weird stuff, probably took the shirt off, trying to show the girl a six pack. They sending this girl all types of pictures. And that's what's happening now, because every girl they got a set of thirst trap pictures. Any girl that's on social media, they got a set of thirst trap pictures. They craving the attention. They want the attention. They want people to like the pictures. They want dudes to come on that picture and put in the comments how much they like it and simp and put the hard eyes, and then after they like the picture and put the hard eyes, there they go. They run into the message box and then they inbox her. That's the plan. That's what the whole thing is. They want the attention. They crave it. And it's addictive to women. They find it addictive.
Such a type of behavior.
Right, so I know you're here to say, though,
Yes.
watch out, because this
Absolutely.
is anything but good.
It is. I agree.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, social media is destroying our women. It's destroying our women. It's destroying us as a civilization, it's not building families. It's not building anything substantiated in our communities. What is it building? Sinclair says, like, subscribe, turn on that notification, share the content, and join the chat. Exactly. That was a warning. Shout out to Sinclair. Trey Porter says, exactly. Better to be a single gentleman. In this world, I'm gonna be honest with you. I disagree. I think that, personally, I think that you're gonna need somebody in this life. You can't go through life single. You at some point you're gonna need someone to, build something with, whether that be a family, a home, whether you're trying to get some, whether you're trying to retire at a certain age. You're gonna need somebody at some point in your life, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman. Now, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Men have more time. Women don't. Women are on a clock. They're on a biological clock. They're on an age clock. They're on a lot of clocks. Men, they can kind of wing a lot of situations. A lot of situations they can kind of wing it. I mean, you can kind of have a child at any point in your life. Your knees are going to be messed up. You're not going to be able to run after that 2-year-old. You're not going to be able to wrestle with that 16-year-old when you're in your 50s. But you could primarily have a child at any point in your life. When it comes to women, they're on a biological clock a lot of times, man. Just being real. But you're going to need someone to settle down. Even the Bible speaks about how, men shouldn't be alone. You should have someone with you. So, I think that men should be with someone, but, you shouldn't be with a woman that's got a backup. A woman that's got a backup, that's a problem. That's definitely a problem there. What's it called? Trenches, shout out to Trenches. He says, check in. Hello everybody. I was uploading. Salute to Sync. Yes, shout out to Trenches. I see you checked in. Sinclair says, after my husband died, a few years ago, I never dated again. His buddies always fix stuff for me. They absolutely respect my husband and me. That's respectable. That's what's up, And those are good men. Those are good men that that respect your and absolutely condolences to you, Sinclair. Condolences to you, but they respect you. They respect the man that he was. They respect you being a widow, and they would come through and they fix stuff for you. They take care of you. That's respectable, and that's honorable men. And that's how men should carry themselves. You shouldn't have a bunch of people in your that are your friends that are eyeing your girlfriend, that are eyeing your wife. You should have men that care about your family, care about your wife. You know what I mean? That want to help them out, that want to do things for them, that want to check on them and make sure they're doing good. That's what respectable men do. I respect that. Trey Porter says, a woman that's a 2 thinks she's a 10 because she has 80 simps in her DM. I agree. I agree. That's the sad part about it, because back in the day, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that back in the day. Like, back in the day, I remember a world before MySpace, Facebook, all this stuff. I remember a world before that. And back in the day, women, the girls that knew that they were pretty, they knew that they were pretty. But the girls that knew that they were average or below average, they held themselves in a certain way. They understood that, I'm not as pretty as the other girls, or I'm not as, I'm all right, I'm okay. And they held themselves a certain way. We're not seeing that no more. Those days are over. The 2s and the 5s, their heads are bloviated. Their heads are blown up. They think that they should get the same treatment as the 10s and the 9s and the 8s. No. The system is all messed up now. You got 2s and 5s calling themselves 10s. It's in a bad space. Social media has messed that up. That's absolutely true. I agree. Absolutely agree. That's how the barter system is now. It's crazy that it's gotten to that point. Sadly, it's crazy that it's gotten to that point. And let me put this up. Hold on, I forgot to put this up. I got to put this up. Hold on. This is from the NY Post. This is from the New York Post. Even the New York Post is saying that women are cheating more than men. This is from the New York Post. Women are more likely to cheat than men. So, it's being spoken about. It's in plain sight. That women are out here, they're cheating. They have no feelings to the situation. They're not feeling away. They don't feel like they're obligated to be with these men. They don't care. They out there with their side dudes, their side boyfriends, and the sad part is, how does that help us as a civilization? How does that help us? Is the thing up? Hold on. Oh, my fault. Hold on. Let me see if I can put this up. Hold on. Why is it not up on my thing? Hold on. What we doing here? Oh, I gotta put it up. Hold on, my fault. Hold on. I did click that off. Hold on. Let me put this up by the NY Post. I didn't see that. Yeah, the NY Post is saying that, women are cheating more than men. Let me put that report. Here you go. Here you go. New York Post. Women are more likely to cheat than men. What is going on? Why are women cheating more than men? Where are we at in society where women feel like they have to cheat? And we're even talking about women that are in marriages. We're not just talking about women that are like, just in a situationship. We're talking about women that, that are in, marriages. They feel like they got to cheat. Trey Porter says, I turned 40 today. I'm good solo dolo. Do you feel like you could go through life solo dolo, Trey Porter? That's a good question. Do you feel like you could go through life solo dolo? Do you feel like, because 40, people don't realize, 40 is still kind of young. I'm not saying it's young and like, grown man, but it's relatively young and like, you're almost hitting middle age, but you got a lot of time before you get there. 40 is still relatively young, relatively, but do you feel like when you start to hit retirement age, so I'm talking about 60, 70, do you feel like you can still go solo dolo? Okay. He says, yep. Okay. All right. I respect it. Because those are real questions. Those are things that people have to think about. You have to think about that as a man. You have to think about that as a woman. If you're going to choose to be single, if you're going to choose to go through your life single, will you be able to, retire single? Will you be able to, support yourself financially? Single, will you be able to, because, you're not going to be able to work a 9 to 5 your whole life. At some point, you're going to want to retire. You're going to want to, chill, enjoy your golden years. You're going to want to do that, and a lot of times you have to be in a relationship in order to do that, Oh yeah. Happy birthday as well. I just realized you turned 40 today. Okay. Yeah, happy birthday to Trey Porter. Happy birthday to you, bro. I'm glad you checked in. Sinclair says happy birthday as well. Happy birthday to Trey. Yeah, that's what's up. Trey Porter says, "Who's to say your wife won't leave your ass?" I agree, Trey. I agree because your wife may decide to leave you in your 40s or your 50s. Like when you get to that, when you get to those golden age or that 60-year mark, your wife may say, you know what, he ain't hitting it right. Let me get out of this relationship. Or she may feel like you're not giving her enough affection, or you're not there for her. You know how women are. Women are emotional creatures. They may feel like, you're not, loving her like you used to. You're not caring about her like you used to. So, they may feel like she may want to leave you. I agree. But at the end of the day, listen, maybe we should pull this up. Hold on. Because, this is a research show. This is a research show. I pride myself on calling this a research show. Right? This is a research show. How much, let's look this up. How much to retire in each state? Let's look this up. Now, Trey Porter, I don't know where you're located, but we're going to look this up. How much to retire in each state? So I don't know what state you in, Trey Porter, but we're about to look this up. How much it takes to retire? How much money you need to retire in every U.S. state? Let's look this up, because this is important. A lot of men, if you're watching this, whether you're in your 20s, whether you're in your 30s, this is something to be mindful of, because you can't. I know you're young, you're youthful now, you got all the energy in the world, you're strong like a bull now, but you're not going to be like that forever. You're going to be knock-kneed at some point. Your back you're going to have a lot of lower back pain. You might have to put some Bengay on it. You're going to have to get some Dr. Scholl's for your feet. These things happen. And you got to think about your retirement. You got to think about your exit plan. You may even have a good job. You may have a good paying job. But is that savings right? Is that retirement fund right? Do you have your 401? No, do you have things, set up for you, let me see. Okay. In Alabama, they saying annual retirement expenditures is $50K. The minimum for a 25-year retirement is $735K. Minimum needed for a 30K retirement, that's $800K. I mean, do y'all have that? Let's go to Alaska. Alaska, they talking about $1 million. Minimum needed for 25 years of retirement, $1 million. Minimum needed for 30 years of retirement, $1 million. Annual retirement expenditures, $73K. Now let's go to some of the bigger cities. Let's go to the Californias and the the New Yorks. Let's go to those. So because a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of people that is on here, they live in the bigger cities. For California, annual retirement expenditures, $70K. Minimum needed for 25 years of retirement, $1 million. Minimum needed for 30 years of retirement, $1 million again. Let's go to New York. I live in New York. This is something I need to look at. New York is expensive. New York. Go to New York. Annual retirement expenditures, $73K. Minimum needed for 25 years of retirement, $1 million. So most of these places like $1 million if you want to retire. Shout out to Nelly. I see Nelly has checked in the building. Salute to Nelly. Yeah, man. I mean, most places, Sinclair said it too. Sinclair says, got to have at least 1.5 million. Exactly. If you want to retire, listen, if you choose to be single, you could do it. I'm not saying you can't do it, because you could definitely do it. You could definitely do it if you saved up your money. If you had a good job, you've worked there for a long year, you got a pension. If you got all these things, you got a 401, you got all these things. Maybe you got some businesses on the side, you got some investments. You could do it. But these are things that you gotta think about when you start. When you're 50, when you're 60. I'm telling you. Not everybody can do it. You may need to, shack up with somebody. You may need to, get married. You may need, you might need somebody to, that blow will be less severe to you if you got somebody with you, somebody holding you down, Yeah, but like Sinclair said, you got to have at least 1.5. Most places, if you look at it, from New York, North Carolina, here you go. Even North Carolina, $1 million. North Dakota is a little bit. See, but the thing about it, what a lot of these places, the reason why it's lower in a lot of these places because there's not a lot of people out there. These are not like these are not like these are not places that are like what's the word? These are not places that a lot of people go to retire. That's the word I'm looking for. Like it's not like a Florida or what's another place that people like to retire? Florida's like the number one place people like to retire, but Rhode Island, people go to Rhode Island to retire. Arizona, people go to Arizona to retire. Most of these the reason why it's cheaper in some of these places is because people don't normally go there to retire, so that's why it's probably cheaper in some of these places. South Dakota, Tennessee, okay, Texas. Oh, Texas is surprisingly not that expensive. It's almost $1 million, but it's not $1 million. Utah, okay. Utah is kind of expensive, actually. Vermont, wow, Vermont is expensive. Vermont, yeah, they're talking about $1 million. Virginia, oh, I love Virginia. That's like my second home. Virginia, $58K. Oh, okay, but it's still $1 million to retire. I mean, these are things you got to think about, though. Definitely. Nelly says, I plan on becoming an expat and retiring out of country. It's too expensive here. I agree that it's expensive here. See, Nelly got her plan, That's the thing. You got to be a person with a plan. Nelly got a plan. See, that's why you're going to need somebody with you. Because Think about it. Hear me out. Like Nelly said, Nelly got a plan. Nelly said, I'm going to be an expat and retire out of the country. That's a woman with a plan. Now, if you a dude, right, and you ain't got a plan, you don't know what you about to do. You don't know what the next 30, 40 years is looking like. You don't have a 401. You don't have a pension. You don't have, a retirement plan, an exit strategy. You may want to get with a woman like Nelly because Nelly got a plan. She got a plan for you. She said, listen, you get with me, listen, you married to me, we're going to go out this country, we're going to figure this out. You might want to get with a woman like Nelly because she got a plan. See, most niggas ain't got a plan. most women don't have a plan either. So that's something you got to think about. You may need to find somebody with a plan. A plan is definitely what you need. That's facts. Sinclair says Costa Rica, super cheap, great medical. Yeah. Costa Rica, that's a place to go. A lot of people talk about Arizona. Let me go back to Arizona. Because this girl was telling me she's moving to Arizona. She was talking about how it's cheap and all this stuff. Let me look at Arizona. Arizona. Okay, Alaska, Alabama. Where's Arizona? Arizona, okay. Yeah, she was full of cat when she was telling me. Annual retirement expenditure $63,000. Minimum needed for 25 years of retirement $1 million. Minimum needed for 30 years of retirement $1 million. Is your savings right? Is your savings right? What's your exit strategy? Do you have an exit strategy? Are you even thinking about that next 30, 40 years? A lot of people ain't thinking about that 30, 40 years. They thinking about paying their bills right now. Oh, I got to pay this light bill. I got to pay this car bill. I got to pay the mortgage. I got to pay, whether it be the rent. Whatever it is, people, they worried about that. They not worried about that next, that retirement. Listen, man, it'll sneak up on you. Next thing you know, you'll be 60 years old. You're wondering where the time went. You ain't saved nothing up. You ain't got your investments right. Nelly says, Sinclair, I'll look into that. I've been researching Bocas del Toro in Panama. Oh, those are some places too. Those are some places also to think about. What do y'all think about Jamaica? What do y'all think about Jamaica, Dominican Republic, or Brazil? Do y'all think those are good places for an exit strategy to retire? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Don't roast me. I'm just asking if those are good places to have an exit strategy. Sinclair says Panama, you have to run AC 24 hours a day and you'll get mold on your furniture. Spend a few months there as a kid. Wow. It's that hot? It's that hot in Panama? Wow. You got to run AC 24 hours a day? Wow. That's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. That is definitely pretty hot. But, can you do it? Like Trey Porter was saying, can you do it? It's possible to do it. I don't want to discourage people to think that you can't do it. You can do it. If your investments is right, if your money is right, if you saved up some money, you got an exit strategy, it's possible. It's definitely possible. But you may want to shack up with somebody to make that make that journey of life a little comfortable for yourself. You may want to get somebody, man, cook you some cheese eggs, some turkey bacon on the side, chopped up avocado. You may need that in your life. Sinclair says it's a tropical nightmare. You talking about Panama? Nelly says Jamaica might be a good spot. Jamaica. Sinclair says not Brazil. Holy crap, you'll get robbed. Come on, Sinclair. In most of these countries, you'll get robbed. Let's be fair here. In most of these countries, respectfully, they're third world countries. In most of these places, you'll get robbed. Most of these places, you're definitely going to get robbed. You'll definitely get robbed in Panama. I'm definitely you walk down the wrong block, walk down the wrong neighborhood. I'm sure somebody would approach you. You know. Jamaica. I couldn't imagine retiring. I wouldn't want to retire in Jamaica. I just spurted that. I don't think I would retire in Jamaica. I'd rather retire like somewhere like maybe like middle America. I would like to maybe somewhere in middle America. I wouldn't mind going. Maybe like South Dakota, North Dakota, something like that. Maybe somewhere in Montana, something like that. I wouldn't mind retiring somewhere like that. Humble home. I don't know about New York. I don't think no one should retire in New York. That's where I'm from. I'm from New York. New York is not a place to retire. It's just too cold up here, and it's just it's not the place to do. I see Reese has checked into the building. He's walked into the building. Reese, this is a show for you, man. This is something that you need to be thinking about, man. You a young man. You need to be thinking about this, man. We was talking about women cheating. How women are more prone to cheat. They're saying that 70% of women have a backup boyfriend. Trey Porter, he was talking about, salute to Trey Porter. He was talking about how, he's doing it alone. He's not trying to shack up with no woman right now. He's doing it alone. He's doing it solo dolo right now. And I was talking to him about how, you could do it. You could definitely do it. You could definitely, do it solo dolo, but you have to think about what, the next 30, 40 years are going to look like. Are you thinking about a retirement plan? Are you thinking about an exit strategy? You ain't going to be young forever, And if you're shacked up with a woman that those expenditures that money may be a softer blow. If you're with somebody, that's a good thing to get into, that's real deal, But they're saying women are cheap. But what do you guys think? Sinclair broke it down how social media is the reason why a lot of women are cheating nowadays. Sinclair broke it down why, social media is the reason why a lot of women are cheating. Like, what do you guys think it is? Do you think that it's also social media? Do you think that's the reason why women are cheating today? Is that the reason? Women are addicted to the Instagram, they're addicted to the Facebook, they're on all the dating apps. Is that the reason? I think it's that, but I also think that women are addicted to attention. I think women are addicted to attention. Not all women. I don't like to generalize all women, but generally, a lot of women are addicted to attention. It doesn't matter where they get it from or who's giving it to them. They're just addicted to it. And I think that's also a reason why we see a lot of women that are cheating these days. That's something that we have to think about. Reese says, "No worries, bro. I have an arranged marriage. You getting a marriage arranged, man? Let me find out you getting I got a couple dudes from Bangladesh. A lot of them they've been in arranged marriages, for 30, 40 years now. So it definitely happens." Sinclair says, "I moved to the sticks in Idaho. Got so much property for a ridiculous cheap." Oh, you in Idaho? Idaho potato? That's what it is, How is the cost of living out there, Sinclair? How is the cost of living out in Idaho? Is it like relatively cheap? Like, would you say that's a place for somebody to, make a living in? Would you recommend someone to move there? Reese says, "Do women cheat?" come on, Reese. Do you really have to ask Sinclair and Nelly? Do women cheat? You know. And I'm not saying that they have. I'm not saying that, I listen. I'm not saying that they have. But if we and again, we don't generalize all women. We don't generalize all women in here, because the honest truth is all women don't cheat. Some women don't cheat. But if we're gonna look at the whole general populace of women, if we're looking at the general populace of women, they cheat. See, you know what it is, Reese? Let me break it down. Because a lot of people don't break it down when we talk about cheating. Cheating is a lot of different things. Cheating is not just, your girl, getting, smashed out, by some dude she met at the club. It's deeper than that. See, that's just that's just the common cheating. We have to talk about the mental cheating. A lot of people don't talk about the mental cheating. Let's get into the mental cheating. Let's break this down. Let's talk about work hubbies, work husbands. That's mental cheating. You have a work hubby? You have a work husband? A lot of women, they champion it. They talk about it. Yeah, that's my work hubby. That's my hubby at work. That's my husband at work. Women champion that. That's mental cheating. The fact that you could be laid up with your boyfriend, your husband, you laid up in bed with your boyfriend, y'all laid up in the bed, and your work hubby is texting you. I don't care if it's about work or not. I don't care. He's texting you talking about, yeah, did those status reports come out last night? I wanted to know it, and yada yada. If he's texting you about nonsense and texting you stuff about your personal life, that's mental cheating. As far as I'm concerned, that's mental cheating. You have a work hubby. He's texting you all strange nights of the hour. Y'all going to all the work parties. Y'all going to go catch a drink after a long shift. That's mental cheating. And that opens up the door for, that adulterous relationship where he's, dealing with your girlfriend, dealing with your wife. A lot of women don't talk about the mental cheating. Another form of mental cheating. Let's get into it. Mental cheating. You're in a relationship. You're spoken for. You're in a relationship and you're spoken for. You have a boyfriend, you have a fiance, a husband. You're spoken for. But you putting up thirst traps. You putting up pictures. You got your breast showing. You got your behind showing. You're scantily clad. You doing this all purposely. For what? People to be in your inbox. Let's talk about the mental cheating. How many dudes in that inbox are you entertaining? How many dudes in that inbox are you writing back? How many dudes are you giving play? How many dudes are you writing back and laughing at their jokes, laughing at what they're saying in that inbox? How many dudes are you entertaining in that inbox? Yeah, you're not going to entertain all of them. It's 100 guys. You can't entertain all of them. But is it that one dude in that inbox? Is it that one dude in that, in that whatever it be, in that inbox that you just cannot, just delete the message? You have to respond. You have to entertain them. Mental cheating. Women don't talk about the mental cheating. Something to think about, because it does happen. Let me read some of this. Let me get to this. I ain't read some of the. I was breaking stuff down. Man. Nelly says marriage vows are very serious. Breaking them can bring unimaginable consequences. I agree. Because when you're married to someone, and we can also talk about the spiritual implications when you're married to someone and when you lay down with someone, when you have relations with someone, there are spiritual implications when you have relations with someone. When you lay down with something, especially when you marry someone, because you made those vows in front of God. But when you lay down with someone, there is a spiritual connection. There is definitely a soul tie there. And that's why a lot of women that are in these, promiscuous relationships, why things don't work out, because they have so many soul ties. They tied to so many people because they laid out with so many people. So, what Nelly is saying, they are, listen, there's a lot of serious consequences when you cheat on that husband, when you cheat on that boyfriend, when you cheat on that person that you're with, There's a lot of things that come with that. Nelly says, let me check you real quick. I agree with you said. I agree with you said, Nelly. I agree with the marriage vows are very serious. I agree with you. I definitely agree with that. I agree with that. Sinclair says brought a house for $300,000 in California, sold it for $800,000, and brought 22 acres on a creek for $28,000, and built my dream home. The rest went into retirement. Idaho is a beautiful and cheap place. Okay. That's what's up, congratulations. What I mean? Sinclair getting to the bag, That's what's up. But you saying Idaho is a beautiful place. All right. Yeah, I don't hear too many people talk about Idaho, as a place to, retire, or, a place to, to live affordably. I hear a lot of people, like, I'm just saying in the New York circles, a lot of people, I hear a lot of people talk about, the common places, North Carolina. This one girl told me about Arizona. They told me that these are the places to, to earn a good living. Nelly says, marriage is convenient. Oh, excuse me, not convenient, a covenant. You break covenant, you curse yourself. There's your answer, Reese. Yeah, what is Reese talking about? Reese sitting there acting like a heathen, a straight charlatan. What is Reese talking about? Reese talking about marriage is not a big deal. What Reese talking about? Reese sitting there acting like a heathen. We gotta baptize him. Nelly says I'm checking Reese. Yeah, man. Nah, I agree though. What Nelly is saying, it is a covenant. Marriage is a covenant, before, you're God, you make a covenant. See, that's the thing. That's the issue with today. A lot of women, they don't realize, or they're not taking those vows serious. They don't realize that when you marry someone, you're definitely making that covenant but it's between you, your partner, and God. You made a covenant. What's the vow? What's the mantra? What is it? Through sickness and deletion, and all of it's like a whole thing that they break down through sickness and all the if you turn ill, I will be by your side. It's a whole vow thing. The divorce rates in America, they're through the roof because people don't take those vows serious. People don't take those commitments serious. This is my thing. And I don't think Reese is gonna probably vibe with this one. This is my thing. Once you lay down with a woman, once you have relations with a woman, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. You don't have to subscribe to it, but once you lay down with a woman, once you have relations with a woman, you are tied to that woman spiritually. You have a responsibility to that woman, whether you like it or not. In my eyes, if you lay down with that woman, you are married to that woman. In my eyes, you have a responsibility to that woman. Soul ties is a real thing. That's a real thing. You are spiritually connected to that woman. You are spiritually connected to that person. It's not for you to just have relations with that person and say, oh, listen, it was, it wasn't really hitting on nothing. Let me go call up Brandy. Let me go call up Brittany. Let me go holler at them. You are connected to that woman that you laid down with. So, you have a responsibility to that woman. You have to stay by her side. You have to, take care of her. How is she good enough to lay down with, but she's not good enough to cuff? She's not good enough to, marry. Not good enough to stay with. Not good enough to build a home, a family with. Men have to break that down. They have to ask themselves that question. Reese acting like he don't know nothing. He talking about, huh? Sorry, I had to make a drink. What you drinking on, Reese? I got me a little Bud Light, a Bud Light Platinum. What you sipping on over there? I got a little Platinum. Sinclair says, Nelly, I moved about 10 years ago, before the Exodus. I pretended I'm not from California. Boise is California 2.0. Is that where you originally from, Sinclair? You from Cali? You a Cali? So you been a Cali girl this whole time? I didn't know you was a Cali girl. I'm thinking you like from the East or something. I'm thinking you like from like the East Coast of of America this whole time. You from Cali this whole time? Nelly says Reese done missed the whole class. Yeah, listen, man. We gotta school this heathen. Reese says bro's making up a whole scenario. Nelly says I don't blame you. You made horchata. And about to add some vodka. That sounds good, man. I like horchata. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. But what I'm trying to get at here is, when you and this is mostly for women. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is really a message for women. Actually, hold on, man. Let me do something for y'all, just to prove my point. I don't know how many people we have in here that are believers. I know Sinclair is a devout Catholic, but I don't know how many people we have in blue. But let me just share this scripture on why I say that when you lay down with someone, that you are spiritually connected to that person. You hypothetically, realistically, you can't leave that woman. You are tied to that woman. And it don't depend on the woman that you decide to lay down with, Let me see if I can find this verse. Hold on. To break down this verse to y'all, why not, on this, Saturday evening, hope you guys are having a good night. Hope you guys are riding out tonight. Let me just break down this verse right quick. Hold on. Just give me a second. I know I have it on me. Hold on. We gotta bring this out. I gotta bring this out for y'all, man. It's very important. I got so many notes in my phone. Where are we at right here? Okay, all right. I'm getting to it. All right. Okay, hold on. Okay. We're about to get to it. I'm gonna show you biblically why when you lay down with a woman, you're connected to that woman. You're connected to that woman. You can't just, have relations with a woman and just, leave her. And this goes for women too, because, this message is really for women. And hold on, 1 Corinthians 6:16. I can write that. Hold on. This message is really for women because, if they're saying women are cheating, so, we have to get to that. 1 Corinthians. Let me just type that in. 6:16. We're gonna bring that out, man. I'm gonna take y'all on a Bible study. All right. I'm gonna have y'all on 145th with the Hebrew Israelites. Take y'all to class right quick. Hold on. We're gonna bring this out. Now this is First Corinthians, right? 6:16, right here. Look, see, 1 Corinthians 6:16. Now let me break this down. We're gonna take a look at this verse, and I'm gonna tell you why you gotta watch who you just laying down with. That's why you can't just be laying down with anybody. You can't just be, you gotta be stingy with whatever you got. If you got that, you got that good stuff. You gotta be stingy with it. You gotta you gotta make your selection sure. right? And you got to be righteous with your selection. You got to make sure that person is a good person. You can't just be laying down with any old thing, man. You can't be out here being a whoremonger, respectfully, right? Now look at this verse. 1 Corinthians 6:16. Do you know not that he who unifies himself with a prostitute is one with her in body? For it is said, the two will become one flesh, but whosoever is unified with the Lord is one with him in spirit. So, when you lay down, let me just break this down real quick. When you lay down with someone, when you're having relations with someone, you become one flesh with them. Now, what's the popular saying when people get married? When they say people get married, when somebody gets married, when they consummate a marriage, heavy on the word consummation, what do they say? You become one flesh with that person. When you lay down with someone, when you have relations with someone, you're becoming one flesh with that person. So you got to think about the spiritual implications that you're having when you're laying down with this person. This is something that people need to think about. This is something that a lot of women need to think about. There's a spiritual implication of you laying down with someone. Real spill. You know what I mean? Nelly said soul ties are real. Exactly. Soul ties are real. Soul ties are definitely real, When you lay down with someone, you are tied to that person. You think God put you here to just have promiscuous sex with this one and that one, and no, you here to be tied to someone and build a home, start something with, start a family. That's what you're here for. Deli says, whatever demons that person is battling will attach themselves to you. Exactly. That's a whole nother thing. You're laying down with this person. You got to think about the spirits that are latching on to you by you dealing with this person. You're dealing with all types of spiritual warfare because this person is, this person, you decide to lay down with this person. Now you done took it on their struggles. You done took it on their pain. You done took it on their demons. Sinclair says, my grandpa, after he retired from his corporate job, was a janitor at Snoop's High School. I went to private school. Oh, word? Yeah, Sinclair's a Cali girl for real. I didn't know that. This whole time, Sinclair, I'm thinking you like from the East Coast. I'm thinking you like I didn't think you was from New York. I thought you was like from Philly. From Philly or like maybe like Maine or something. Like, I don't know. I thought you was from the East Coast though. I definitely thought you was from the East Coast. I didn't think you was from, like, you don't come off as a Cali girl. You don't come off as a Cali girl. Nelly says, look at check-in, spitting spiritual. Now, listen, man. Well, listen. I could do Bible study on Saturday, but are y'all gonna be tuned in? Listen, man. It's in a lot of my. It's in. You look at some of my videos. I be bringing out. Look at my video when I was talking about Lil Nas X. I was cracking the Bible on him. My little, I think it wasn't the last one I did. It was the one before last. When I was bringing up the scripture on Little Nas X, giving him a sharp rebuke. I was giving him a sharp rebuke last time. He was on here. But the spiritual implications when you lay down with somebody, it's definitely real, man. It's something to think about, man. Real spell. That's just something that people don't really talk about. They don't talk about the spiritual implications of these things. These things happen. Real spill. Nelly says, Florida girl in the building. Oh, you from Florida, Nelly? I'm thinking like y'all both from. I'm thinking like Nelly and Sinclair is both from the East Coast. I really thought that. I really thought y'all both was like from the East Coast. Like maybe like I didn't think y'all was from New York. I knew y'all wasn't from New York. But I'm thinking like maybe like Pennsylvania, maybe the South, maybe the South. Which, I was right because Nelly's from Florida. But I'm thinking like, yeah, probably the South. Maybe like somewhere in the South somewhere. Maybe like, you know what I mean? I didn't think Sinclair was from the South though. I had a feeling, I was like, yo, Sinclair's not from the South. I thought Sinclair was like from like Pennsylvania or like maybe like Maine or something. Maybe New Jersey. Maybe New Jersey. That's what I ain't think Sinclair was a Cali girl. That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Wait, hold on. Let me see what this where did this what did people go with on this let me end this let me close the poll on this thing. Oh, I keep going out. Hold on. Let me close the poll. There we go. Close the poll. I mean, I think it's a foregone conclusion that women cheat more than men. I mean, I think the facts are there. It's something I've been saying. I've been saying it for years. I've been saying it for years that women cheat more than men. I've been saying it for a minute. Like the evidence is there. The evidence is there. Because cheating is deeper than just, you meeting some guy at the club, you meeting some guy at some, on the street, and you have relations. It's deeper than that. It's the mental cheating. It's the mental cheating. A lot of women, they do a lot of mental cheating. And and what do they say about women? What do they say? Sinclair and Nelly know what I'm talking about. What do women say? Oh, I'm mentally checked out first. Do women not say that? Do women not say that? I'm mentally checked out first. I checked out mentally first. Before I started cheating on him, before I started talking to other men, before I started doing this, before I started doing that, what did she say? I'm mentally checked out. Mental cheating is real. Because a woman will say, oh, I'm mentally checked out first. That was the first thing that I did. I stopped caring mentally first. That's the first thing that they'll say. So mentally cheating is real. And it does happen to a lot of men. Real spill. But ultimately, we got to the point. We got to the meat of the potatoes here. We got into the crux of the situation. Hold on. I'm looking at the chat right there. Hold on. Give me a sec. Yeah, emotional cheating. Like, emotional cheating. Emotional cheating is real. Women do that more. It's not, women are not cheating based off of, they trying to get one off, or, it's of a sexual manner. It's more so emotional. Their man is coming back home every night and he's not, treating her with love and affection, and she's feeling like, I'm not feeling like you, like, really care about me. She'll mentally check out first. Oh, there's some guy at my work. He's all over me. He wants to talk to me every 5 minutes. He wants to, be around me. He's always asking me if I want to go out for drinks. It's the emotional cheating. He's always texting me, making sure I get home safe. It's the emotional cheating. That's real. Oh, Reese had to ask me the question if I've ever been cheated on. Absolutely. Absolutely, I've been cheating on. I've been cheated on plenty of times. I've been cheated on. No question. I have definitely been cheated on. No question. I remember when I was real young, right? This is how horrible the cheating was for me. Let me break this thing down. You know how horrible my cheating was? I was a young man. I was real young, right? Young teenage years. I probably was like 13 or something like that. Real young. Dating this girl, right? And at that time, I was still a virgin. I hadn't hit it yet. You know what I mean? I was dating her, but I hadn't hit it yet, right? Let's break this thing down. Do you know that I met up with my girlfriend at the time And unbeknownst to me, I met up with her, right? Do you know that this girl was popping a Plan B pill when I met up with her? I'm 13, right? I didn't pop her cherry yet, and I didn't pop my cherry yet. Still young, right? This girl was popping a Plan B right in front of me. I didn't know what it was. I'm thinking like, she popping a Skittles, popping an M&M in her mouth. Maybe it's a piece of candy. No, I'm thinking she popping just something random in her mouth. This girl is popping a Plan B right in front of me. That's how that's one instance of me being cheated on. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. I'm thinking it's a piece of candy. Maybe she taking some medication. Maybe she's allergic to something. This girl was popping a Plan B right in front of my face. Heartbroken. Yeah, but that's one story of me being cheated on. It's happened to the best of us, Reese is right, Good guys do finish last. They absolutely do finish last, I think for men, your goal should not to be a good guy. Don't let your goal to be a good guy. Just be a man that respects yourself. Don't be a good guy. Don't be over bending backwards for women. Just be a respectable man. Because if you're a respectable man with morals, you can never disrespect yourself. When you're a good guy, you might disrespect yourself. You may find yourself in predicaments where you're disrespecting yourself. And you may compromise on things that you don't believe in morally. Just be a respectable man with morals. If you're a respectable man with morals, then listen, man, you're going to move accordingly. Everything will fall in line for you. Sinclair says that's traumatic. Yeah. It was traumatic. It broke my little heart. It did break my little heart. But I mean, listen, man, I got through it though. Yeah, I'm thinking like she popping a Skittle. I'm thinking she popping an Advil, popping a perk or something like that. This girl popping a Plan B right in front of me. Traumatic. Yeah, man. Nah, I disagree, Sinclair. You have to stop being a good guy. Men will have no success being a good guy because you know why? Women have already perceived that good guys are, prone to be taken advantage of. That's how they're wired. Modern women are wired to think that good guys are prone to be taken advantage of. So when you come out as a good guy, you're going to compromise on all your morals. What you're going to do? You're going to pick her up. You're going to run over to the other side of the door. You're going to open up the door. You're going to pay for the dinner. It's going to be expensive. You're going to hold every door open. You're going to be, which, a lot of women will say, well, that's just being a gentleman, which, it is being a gentleman. There's nothing wrong with being a gentleman. But there's something wrong with treating a woman that is not ladylike. Because think about it, you're treating a woman that's not ladylike and you're being a gentleman to her. So she's pretty much have you pegged that because she'll take, don't get it confused. She'll take your kindness for weakness. She'll see you running over to that other side of the door, opening it up. She'll see you opening up that door and she'll take your kindness for weakness. She'll take, oh, he's a simp. He's a simp. She won't look at it as, oh, he's a gentleman. He knows how to treat a woman. She'll say, oh, he's a simp. He'll do anything for me. That's how they'll perceive it. That's how they'll perceive it. So you can't be the good guy, and that doesn't mean you treat a woman, despairingly. You need to be a gentleman. You need to be respectable. You need to have respect for yourself. You need to have respect for her. You need to act accordingly. You need to have morals and principles that you stand on, but you can't be a good guy because women perceive the good guy as someone to take advantage of. what is the phrase? They take the kindness for weakness. When people see that you're kind and all that, they're gonna perceive it as weakness in some circles. You know. Nelly says, "What kind of women y'all dealing with?" I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm. This is just me. I'm very picky on how I like to deal with women. There are like certain things that like there's certain things that'll turn me off about a woman that I just can't deal with her. Like I'm gonna tell you one thing: if a woman, it's like real picky things too. If a woman can't spell, that turns me off for some reason. I don't. If a woman can't spell, if a woman can't she can't spell words, then I don't have any interest in her. I don't have any interest in her. Like another thing, another thing. This is something else that peeves me. This is something else that peeves me off about women. I went on a first date, right? This was like last year. I went on a first date. So I told her to meet me there. Meet me there. We're going to a movies, right? So we went to a movies. So I get there. I don't see her anywhere. I don't see. I'm looking all over the place. Oh, where you at? I called the phone. I text her. Where you at? I'm thinking like, oh, she probably stood me up. Right? I'm thinking she stood me up. Oh, I'm thinking, oh, I probably got here before her. That's what I'm thinking in my head. That's where my head is going. She was there all along. She pops up out of nowhere. She She's like, oh, I've been here. I was like, yo, where you was at? I was looking for you. Where'd you go? And she was like, oh, I was in the bathroom. I was using the bathroom. Now, let me tell you how weird I am. Do you know that I couldn't get the image of her taking a dump out of my head? I couldn't get it out of my head. I could not get the image of this woman taking a dump out of. I didn't even know if she took a dump. She probably was in there doing her makeup. She was probably in there taking a piss. She was probably in there playing with her phone. She was probably in there. Who knows what she was doing? But for some strange reason, I could not get the image of her taking a dump out of my phone. I ghosted her. We had a decent date. The date was cool. She hit me up the next day, yada yada. And I just ghosted her because I couldn't get the image of her taking a dump out of my head. So I never responded back to her. That's how peculiar I am. Like I'm gonna be honest. It's just certain things that'll just rub me the wrong way, that'll like irk me or that'll make me feel a way, that'll make me like, yeah, I don't know if I want to talk to this person. I don't know if I want to deal with this person. That's that person I am. Very picky, very peculiar, you know. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm sorry. Sinclair says she was prepping. Oh, you mean like prepping, you said? Nelly says, the way you and Reese are talking, you're attractive. So dyslexic, I don't know. I can't see that for some reason. Why that's off on my thing? She was applying lipstick, not dropping knowledge. We don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know. She could have been dropping a deuce as far as I'm concerned. She could have been dropping a deuce as far as I'm concerned. I don't know that. Yo, but see the thing is, like, you know what it is? Just for some reason, like I said, I couldn't get the image of her taking a dump out of my head for some reason. I just couldn't get it out, and that just messed with me. It just made me think, like, yo, like I can't get this image of her taking a dump out of my head. Like I don't see the reason of us talking if this image is just gonna keep playing in my head. Like, what do you want me to like say? But it happens, It happens. I've been on dates and I don't know what I did. I may have said something wrong. I may have offended something. Maybe there was something that I did that a woman didn't. I mean, I've been on dates with people that went on dates with me. They never called me back. They never text me back. So, I mean, it's happened to me. It's happened to me. So I don't know what I did. There's probably a girl out there. She probably got her own YouTube channel. She talk about me. Something that I did wrong. Something that I might have did to offend her that made her feel like, oh, I'm not texting. I'm not calling him back. It might have been something that I did. I don't know. It happens, you know. But for her, that's what it was, you know. She was probably a really nice girl too. Sinclair says, was her hands dry after the bathroom? Was her hands dry after the bathroom eating popcorn with dirty fingers? You know, I that's a good question, you know. I think I did grab her by the hand and it was, you know, it felt a little moist. I don't know. It's a little moist. I don't know. She could have been nervous though. Or maybe it was just, you know, she didn't dry her hands off, you know. It wasn't like wet, like it wasn't like wet like water, like when you wash your hands, like you wash your hands with water. But if it was moist, to me that says either she used the bathroom and didn't wipe, or she was just in the bathroom chilling, or maybe she just nervous, never used the bathroom. Like a lot of scenarios could play in your head on why her hand was moist like that. I don't know. Her hand was like moist. It was like a little moisture. But you know, it didn't feel like a lotion moisture. It felt like a sweaty moisture. You know what I mean? Like when you grab a girl by hand, you could tell that she moisturized. You could feel it in her hand, like her skin is smooth. It feels moisturized. Her hand didn't feel moisturized. It felt moist, like in the palms. And like, you know, it felt like, you know, like she was like a little sweaty, something like that. So it wasn't like moist. It wasn't like a moisturized hand. It was more like a moist hand. Like it was like she'd been sweating or some type of moisture, like a wetness in her hand. So I don't know, you know. Women gotta stop. Sinclair and Nelly both know that they've been on dates where they was like, oh, I'm not calling this dude again. Sinclair and Nelly, like, y'all gotta stop acting holier than thou. Y'all know y'all been on dates with a dude and y'all was like, oh, I'm not calling him again. I'm not. He won't be getting a text from me. Y'all know y'all been on dates with a dude. Y'all probably blocked him after the date. You know, you got your free meal. You blocked him right after the free meal. Come on. Y'all know good and well there was dudes y'all went on dates with. Y'all didn't want to call them back. Y'all didn't want to text them back. They did something. They said something you didn't like. Sinclair says, question. Did she buy her own movie ticket? Did you? You already know the answer to that, Sinclair. Absolutely, she brought her own movie ticket. I made sure she brought her own movie ticket. Every time, like if we go to the movies, this is what I do. Take notes, man. This is what I do. This is what I do. Yo, you trying to go to the movies? Or sometimes they'll tell you. Sometimes they'll come to you and they say, yo, you trying to go to the movies? And I'll be like, yeah, let's go to the movies. She said, okay, but what time are you trying to go? And then we'll figure out a time. We'll figure out a movie theaters. I'll send her a link. Yo, this is a link to this movie. You say you want to see it at this time, right? Yo, buy your ticket. I'll meet you there. That's what I'll do. I will send her the link to the movie to buy your own ticket. I'll meet you there. You know? That's what I normally do. Like if it's a first or second date, that's what I'll do. I'll send her the link to the movie. You want to see it at this time? Here go a link to the movie. This is the movie theaters. Buy your ticket. I'll meet you there. I'm in I got this seat. This is because some, the movie tickets, it'd be like, it's the seat be 2B or 2A. I'd be like, yo, I'm in this seat, 2B, 2A. Hopefully, somebody won't buy the ticket, or hopefully you'll be able to sit next to me when the movie happens. But I'll send them the link. I'll tell them, the seat that I'm in or whatever. Hopefully it'll work out. Every time that I've done it, I've only done it like 3 or 4 times. I haven't done it like 100 times. But the times that I've done it, it's worked out where we'll sit next to each other and whatever. But that's how I normally do. I'll send them a link to the movie. Question: did she buy her own? Yeah, she bought her own movie ticket. Did you meet by the snack bar? No, we met by the entrance. She met me by the entrance. Turn on the check-in music. Oh, the I might put that on later. Let me see what happens. Was it matinee or cheapskate? No, we didn't get there at a certain time. It was like a late night type of joint. It was like on a Saturday, like 8, 9 o'clock. It wasn't like, you get a cheap movie at a certain time. It was like late at night. It was like a date. So, it was like a date. You meet up late or whatever like that. Did you buy her junior mints? Of course not. I didn't buy no. I bring my own snacks to the movies. I don't bring no junior mints to the club, to the movies. You bring your own snacks. Bring your own snacks. Now, I'm not against nobody. If you want to buy a popcorn there, if you want to buy a popcorn at the movie theaters, you want to buy some junior mints, some juju beads, I'm not mad at that. But am I buying it? No, I come in there with my popcorn. I got a little bag of popcorn right here. I might slip a sandwich in there. I might come in there, with a cheap beer in my pocket. No, maybe a fifth of tequila. I'm not paying for no popcorn. That's how I'll be doing it. If it's like the first date, I don't blame you. It's expensive to go to the movies. Exactly. It's expensive. It's expensive to go to the movies. You pay for the ticket. Think about it. What most men do, they pay for their ticket, they pay for the girl ticket, they pay for the popcorn, they pay for the candy. At the end of the day, you're spending like almost $120, even more than that. $120. Now you down $120. Now some girls will do this to you after you pay for the movie and the popcorn, all this other stuff. They'll do this to you. They'll say, "Okay, you trying to go get something to eat?" Because popcorn may not be good enough. It may not be popcorn may not be good enough. So they may say, "Hey, let's go get something to eat." And then after paying $120 some odd dollars, you're gonna take her to go get some food? Come on, man. Or how about this? When you take her to the iPic, y'all know about iPic? The iPic theater? Get that food and stuff like that? Oh, you're gonna be spending a lot of money going to the iPic theater. That's how it be. Check in with his pocket warm Warts candy coughing up. Check in with his pocket warm Warts candy coughing to open. You gotta come in there come on, Sinclair. Do you pay for like when you go to the movies? Do you pay for the popcorn and stuff like that, or do you just go in there and just be like, nah, I'm gonna come in there with the popcorn? And like, do you actually pay for the popcorn and stuff like that? That stuff is expensive. When you really do the math on it. Like if you go all out, like I'm saying all out on a movie, if you get the big popcorn, like the large popcorn, and then let's say you get some candy, if you spend all of that, you're gonna spend at least over $100, over $120 probably. That stuff is expensive. It's not cheap. And then if you're going to an iPic theater where they give you like food, you're going to be spending even more money. So I wouldn't recommend nobody go there with no. If you can sneak in the food, sneak in the food. I I actually, so I was gonna do a review to this. I don't, have y'all saw the Book of Clarence? I went to the movies with my cousin. We saw Book of Clarence, and he snuck in a chicken cutlet sandwich. He snuck in a chicken cutlet sandwich, some Jolly Rancher chews, and I think like an iced tea. I had a popcorn and a Snapple. I didn't bring that. I was going light that day. I just went a popcorn and a Snapple. I should have had a beer with me that day, but I just snuck in a popcorn and a Snapple. But he had a chicken cutlet, some Jolly Rancher chews, and an iced tea. That's how you got to go in there. It was a chicken cutlet. He had a chicken cutlet sandwich from the deli. A chicken cutlet sandwich. That's how you got to do it. Sinclair says, hell no, I roll in with Subway sandwich in my big purse. That's how you got to do it, you know, coming in with that, you know, that Subway sandwich, you know, toasted up, you know, chopped up, salt, pepper, you know, mayonnaise. I don't blame you. You know, the movie, you know, popcorn, all the food. I mean, it's highway robbery. It's highway robbery. You could get better popcorn at home. You know? Yeah, I do that every time I go to a movie. That's what I do. I just, you know what I mean, bring some food in there. That's how you got to do it. You don't pay for no movie. I come in there with a beer. You know what I mean? Maybe a little fifth of Henny or something like that, depending on the movie. Coming in with some Henny, fifth of Henny. You know what I mean? A little bit of tequila. Might mix it in a Snapple. Mix some tequila in a Snapple. Put it in my pocket. You know what I mean? See what happens. They, you know, the people that run the movie theaters, they know that's what the protocol is. They know, okay, people come in here, you know, they come in here with the free food, and they come in here with the, you know, the Snapples and the stuff in their purses and their back pockets. They know that's what the deal is. They know people ain't paying for that stuff because it's too expensive. Reese says, what else y'all sneaking in? I'm sneaking in any type of alcohol. I'm sneaking in sandwiches. I'm sneaking in a video camera. I'm sneaking in whatever. I mean, you know, I'm sneaking in, you know, anything, you know, dinner. If you can sneak in some dinner, oh man, imagine if you could sneak in some like imagine if you could sneak in like some Roof Chris or something, like a steakhouse. A steak or something like that, with steak and potatoes. I might do that next time. I'm gonna see. Cause in all essence, all you gotta do is wear a backpack. Maybe because it's winter time. You gotta think it's hot now. So you could throw a backpack on, put something in it, and put like a big snorkel on, like a big North Face. Put that over your backpack. You know what I mean? They probably think you just a husky dude walking in there. You come in there with your, you know what I mean? You got your steak and your potato. I might do that next time. You know what I mean? The next movie, I might come in there with a big coat and just, you know what I mean? Eat some food, you know? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's how you gotta do it. That's how you gotta do it, man. Bud Light, you know? Platinum. I'm sipping on tonight. But in terms of this whole kerfluffle here, you know, women cheat more than men. That much is for certain. That much is true. Sadly, you know, it's not gonna help the family structure in America. It's not going to help, you know, build stronger families. It's not going to help, you know, it's not going to help that. You're just going to see, you know, more divorces, more strained relationships, more gender wars. That's what's going to happen. Sadly. Sinclair says, bring in a wheelchair with a backpack. Oh, you wilding out now. You talking about a wheelchair? You going too hard now. You coming in with the wheelchair? Nelly says, chips, soda, candy, water, popcorn, liquor. Exactly. That's exactly what you got to bring in there. You got to think. They know that people are bringing in stuff. They know that. And they know there's nothing you can really do about it. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna give people a search check every time they come into the movie theater? You're gonna pat them down? I mean, people don't want to get searched every time they go to see a movie. Let them bring in their food, you know. Let them bring in their food. If they want to pay for a popcorn, they pay for a popcorn. Reese says, wow, sneaky. I don't blame her for bringing in all that stuff. I've seen it all. I've seen women bring in bottles of wine. I've seen women bring in full course meals. I've seen women bring in a lot of things in there, because you got to think it's easier for women to do it because they got those big pocketbooks. Like Sinclair was saying. Sinclair said she used a big pocketbook. She put something in that pocketbook. She go to the movies. They could roll around with those big pocketbooks. See, for men, I mean, the heaviest thing a man really carries on him is what? His keys or his wallet. I mean, that most men, the heaviest thing that we carrying with us is a pair of keys or a wallet. So we're not known to carry on, big bags and stuff like that. But if you're going to see that movie, you might want to throw that Jan Sport on, throw that Jan Sport backpack on, sneak in a 5-star meal. I ain't gonna front. The next time I go see a movie, I ain't gonna lie, y'all making me want to go get me some like wings and things. Not wings and things, but Wingstop. I'm bugging. Go get some Wingstop and go up in the movies. Next time I might have to do that. Y'all got me thinking now. How are wings messy? Why? It depends on what wing you're getting though. Because if you're getting something like wet, like a barbecue wing or something like that, yeah, I agree, that's too messy. But if you're getting like a dry rub, like a lemon pepper or something like that, I mean, it's not gonna be messy. Yeah, I agree with you. If you're getting like a buffalo wing or something like that, nah, I ain't gonna lie. That would be funny though. Can you imagine somebody going on a date and they bring they bring some buffalo wings? That would be crazy. That would be very crazy if somebody just bust down some buffalo wings on a date. That would be crazy. I'm hungry too. I got tacos. Yeah, man, I could go for a taco right now. I had a quesadilla a couple minutes ago. Snacks only on the movies. Oh, you only mess with the snacks on the movies, Nelly? You don't bring in like meals? That's crazy. So you'll never like bring in, like, you won't bring in like a sandwich like Sinclair said, or like bring in like I mean, I understand if you don't want to bring in wings. I understand, but like, I mean, a sandwich, that's worth bringing in there. Nice little sandwich, bust that down. Reese says, Nelly, I would sneak in orange chicken with fried rice. There you go. That's a meal right there. I agree. Orange chicken with fried rice, that's a meal. That's a meal right there. Yeah, orange chicken with some fried rice. A little egg roll on the side. Watching a movie, that's a good time right there. Would you bust that down on a date though, Reese? Like if you was on a date, if you was watching a movie like with your friends or by yourself, I understand. But would you bust that down on a date though? Would you bust down the orange chicken and the fried rice? Would you bust that down on a date? Like, so you sit next to a nice little joint. You know, you don't want to be a complete and total slob eating the orange chicken. Nelly says I might bring a Cuban sandwich next time. Yeah, there you go. Nice little Cuban sandwich, you know. Bust that down. Yeah, Sinclair gave me a new idea. Reese says we would sneak it in our hoodies in middle school. But you said, nah, not in the movies. Nah, yeah. I mean, on a date, I mean, you don't want to look too messy. Like, I mean, you gotta think, like, you in a date, you gonna bust down a full meal. You want to eat something that's gonna be fulfilling, but you're not gonna look messy eating. I mean, a sandwich, that's perfect. A sandwich is perfect, you know, unless it's like a real sloppy sandwich. But if it's like, you know, something that's like, you know, that's compact well and it's not like dripping all over the place. I mean, a sandwich is perfect. That's a fact. The Cuban sandwich? I've never had a Cuban sandwich. I've had what's that Dominican sandwich? I wish Jadero was in here. He know what sandwich I'm talking about. It's like a Dominican sandwich. I be eating out all the time. What is that Dominican sandwich called? Damn, I don't know what it's called. Nah, I don't know nothing about no let me look it up. Hold on, let me see if I can look it up. It's like a Dominican sandwich. Hold on, let me see if I can find it right quick. Dominican sandwich. What is it called? Dominican sandwich. Let me see if they have it. Oh, I'm bugging. It's not even a Dominican sandwich. I'm talking about a chimmy. I'm talking about a chimichanga, man. I'm wilding. Why did I put in Dominican sandwich? Why did I think it was a Dominican sandwich? Yeah, I'm talking about a chimmy, yeah, a chimichanga. I love chimichangas. I don't know nothing about a Cuban sandwich, but I definitely mess with chimmies. Yeah, I always go to the spot where I'm at. Like, I live in New York, so, you know, there's always a Spanish restaurant, Puerto Rican, Dominican restaurant everywhere. So, you know, I always be getting the chimmies. I mess with the chimmies all the time. I never had a Cuban sandwich though. I don't know what that is. Nelly says I grew up in Florida, so a Cuban sandwich is part of the culture. Yeah, man. I never had it though. I mess with the chimmies. A chimmy? Yeah, I always mess with the chimichanga. A chimichanga? Get me started, man. I can go for a chimmy right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I go for a chimmy right now. Now that's something I could bring into a movie. A chimichanga. Give me like a chimichanga. Maybe like a beer. Maybe some fries, or maybe some potato chips. I'm set. I'm good. I'm having a good time. You said show it on the screen. You never heard of a chimichanga? Hold on. You never heard of a chimmy? Hold on. You never heard of a chimichanga? Wow. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Hold on. I'm surprised you never heard of a chimichanga. Chimmy? My text ain't working. Chimmy? Why everything? There we go. A chimmy. Why it pop up and then it went off? Hold on. A chimmy. I'm surprised you never heard of a chimichanga. There you go. There you go. You never heard of a chimmy? That's crazy. Yeah, this is it. Chimichanga. I'm surprised you never heard of a chimichanga before. Shocked. Yeah, I'm surprised you never heard of a chimichanga before. I thought that was like universal. I can go for a chimney right now too. I ain't gonna front. I might get that tomorrow. I might get me a chimney tomorrow. I might go to the spot tomorrow and get me a chimney. Y'all got me thinking now. That does not sound bad right now. Nice little chimney. Let me look it up. Let me look up what y'all was talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I was like, ain't no way you never heard of a chimichanga. Come on. That's what I was saying. I was like, yeah, I never heard of a chimney. Now, let me see what y'all talking about. The Cuban sandwich. Let me look that up right quick. Hold on. Cuban, because I've never had that. I've seen it. Like I've seen it before, and like you know, not seen it, but like seen it, like, you know, showcased. Like, oh, we're serving a Cuban sandwich, but I don't know what it looks like. A Cuban sandwich. Is this it right here? Does this do it justice? Like, would y'all say this does it justice? And what's in it? Like, what's in it? What's in it? What do they put in the sandwich? Reese says I can cook Mexican food. Word? Yeah, I had some Mexican food today. Nelly says Mexican food is good too. It's a bunch of Mexican food trucks in my city with a Beulah cooking up some delicious food. Yeah. Sinclair says my favorite is chili enquiles. Does this picture do it justice though? Would y'all say this is a good picture of a Cuban sandwich? Would y'all say is this a good picture? It's ham. You lost me at ham. You lost me at ham, Nelly. It's ham, roasted mojo pork with toppings. Y'all lost me at ham. I don't want no pork sandwich. I can keep that. I don't want that. I'll keep that. I don't want no pork sandwich. Y'all can keep the pork sandwiches. Reese says they put everything in that sandwich. It do look like it. It look like they put like cooked meat, and they put like some deli meats in it. Like they put like a whole bunch of stuff in it. It like a lot of toppings in there too. Would y'all say this picture does it justice though? Would y'all say this is like what it normally looks like? I'm happy you told me they put pork in it, because now I don't want it. If you would have just been like, the sandwich is good, the sandwich is, they put a bunch of stuff in there, it's like, it's tasty, you know what I mean? Secret sauce. I would have been like, oh, I gotta try that. Now that you told me they put roasted pork and all this stuff, a bunch of pork sandwiches. Oh, no pork sandwich. Y'all say, oh yeah, it's realistic. Okay, realistic. Yes, the picture is pretty accurate. Yeah, man. It's a good food, man. It's good food. Good food. Good food. Can't go wrong with that. A Cuban sandwich. I go for some Roof Chris right now. I ain't gonna lie. I go for some Roof Chris. I could even go for some wings and things. Wings and things don't sound too bad right now, too, man. Oh, man. A Cuban sandwich. Do they have Cuban sandwiches that don't have pork? Like, can they make it? Can they make mine a chicken Cuban sandwich, or like a beef Cuban sandwich? Like, does it have to have pork? Like, does it make it a Cuban sandwich if it has pork in it? Like there can't be nothing else in it. Like, that's the only ingredient that they can put in it is pork. Like it's not authentic unless it has pork in it. Is it like one of those sandwiches? I'm curious. Oh man. Reese, do you fry your own corn chips, then pan fry the sauce in the chips? That's a good question. Nelly, I love Cuban and Puerto Rican food. I don't know how to pronunciate that. Reese says I need a 24/7 check-in report. What else y'all talking about? Yeah, they for sure can't replace it. Nelly says no pork in Cuban. No pork, no Cuban. If that's the case, then I don't want it, man. If that's the case, I don't want it. Y'all can keep that. Y'all can keep that. Y'all can keep that pork sandwich. I don't want that. Y'all can keep that, man. Yeah, I need me one of those, Sinclair. I need a kosher or halal sandwich. I need me one of those. Y'all still eat pork? Let me ask y'all that question. You know, we in here, we just talking at this point. Y'all still eat pork? Y'all really eat pork? Let's pull up some pictures of pigs. Why not? Pigs in filth. Let's pull that up. Pigs in filth. Let's see some pigs rolling around in their own excrement and just, you know. Let me stop, because some of these pictures I probably can't even put up here. Let me chill. Because I already see something that look crazy. Let me just put up pigs. But y'all still eat pigs? Y'all still eat pork, man? Come on, man. It's one of the filthiest animal. One of the most filthy. See, that's another thing. If I was on a date with a girl and she ordered pork, that would probably be something that I was like, I don't know if I could, you know, I don't know if we could date because you eat pork. I'd be like, yo, man, you know, you still eating pork? I'm not. Let me stop. I can't knock. I mean, if that's what you want to eat, that's what you want to eat. I mean, listen. I'm not gonna knock a sandwich out. I'm not gonna knock a pork sandwich out your hand. You know, that's what you want. That's what you want. You know. Nelly says that's like a Philly cheesesteak without the steak. Reese says you can't have a little porky pork. Hell no, I don't want no pork. I don't eat pork at all. Never. Nelly says I do occasionally. I mostly eat chicken and fish. There you go. Bacon. Come on, you eat bacon. What about some turkey bacon? Get yourself some turkey bacon. You know, you got to make sure it's burnt though. That's the only way it's gonna taste like it's even remotely like bacon. Because some people make bacon and it tastes like. Some people make turkey bacon and it tastes so like rubbery. Sinclair says, I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat. There you go. What's wrong with that? That's something too. That's something too to get into. You know, some vegetarian. You know, get yourself some avocado. Chop up some, you know, some kale. Sinclair says, I don't care what everybody else eats. I just eat extremely healthy. Reese says turkey bacon isn't real bacon. Says who? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, turkey bacon is like real rubbery. It's like real rubbery. The only way it tastes remotely like bacon, you have to like kind of burn it. That's the only way it tastes. That's the only way it tastes like bacon. If you like really burn it, that's the only way turkey bacon tastes like bacon. You have to burn it. If you don't burn it, it's gonna come out like real rubbery. It comes out like real rubbery. That's the only way it's gonna remotely taste like how you want it to taste. So that's ham. Another says, I eat turkey, duck, and pork bacon. It's disgusting. Pork bacon. Have you ever seen how they make sausages? Where they just grind it up and they just put it, encase it in that little thing. That was another reason why I stopped eating pork, because I was like, yeah, that looks disgusting. Like, how are they just gonna put a whole pork in there? And spam. Do y'all eat spam? That's a good question. Do y'all eat spam? Because if y'all eat pork, I need to know if y'all eat spam. Would y'all eat spam? Would y'all bust down some spam? Let's say, maybe, times is hard, you can't, you ain't got nothing in the refrigerator, times is hard, you a little bit hungry, your stomach is touching, grumbling. Would you bust down some spam? Would y'all bust down some spam if times was hard? I need to know. Y'all busting down that spam if times is hard? Let's say you ain't got nothing in your refrigerator. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no can of soup. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no lunch meat. You ain't got nothing in there. All you got is a can of spam. Nelly says, no, I don't eat spam. It's too salty. Reese says, never had it before in my life. Well, listen, you should try it. If you eat pork, I don't see what the difference is. I don't see what the difference is. If you eat pork, I don't see what the difference is. Listen, because you know what spam is, right? Spam, they just take all the discarded parts of the pig, like the pig butt, pig teeth, the snout, all the parts of the pig, the hooves, all the parts of the pig. All they do is just grind it up and make spam. That's what spam is. It's just all the discarded parts of the pig. So I mean, if you eat pork, why not bust down some, spam, Sinclair says, 7th grade, we went to Farmer John's in Vermont, right next to LA. I never ate meat again. We were traumatized. The bus ride home was quiet. Oh, man. Oh, so you saw it like firsthand. So you was like in one of those processing plants where they like butcher the animals and stuff like that. Yeah, man. I mean, when you're a kid, that stuff could be brutal. Because at that point in time, you want to pet the animals and stuff like that. You see all those animals getting butchered and stuff like that. I could imagine that being traumatizing. Reese says, yuck. Nelly says, raw pork from the grocery store. You can the seasoning and the salt content. Yeah, I'm not messing with no pork, man. Can't do it. Let me ask you this, because Nelly, you're a Nelly, you're a devout Christian, right? Would you call yourself a Christian, Nelly? Let me ask you this question. I like to call people out. Would you say you're a Christian, Nelly? If that's the case, I want to know why do you eat pork? If the Bible says that it's the filthiest animal. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Let me pull it up. We just having a conversation. Let me pull it up. Pork, the Bible. Let's just pull this up. We just having a conversation, because I got a couple pork eaters on here, so I just want to ask the question, just want to ask the question. Why do people that are Christians eat pork? If it's considered unclean in the Bible, right? Here you go, Leviticus. Leviticus 11:7. That eating pork is forbidden to God's people for the very first time. And the swine, though it divides the hoof, having cleven hooves, yet does not chew the cud, is unclean to you. So my question is this: why are you eating the pork? Why are you eating the pork? You know? Another says you're cooking it yourself. Oh, that's when you was talking about the pork. Oh yeah. Farmer John Sinclair says Farmer John's men in bloody a rain sticker, smoking cigars, squilling pigs. The smell, yeah, I'm sure the smell was unimaginable. Nelly says, for the same reasons Christians eat shrimp and crabs. And even though the Bible says not to eat shellfish, it's delicious. I agree. You know, that's people do. Christians do eat that too. You're right. I agree. Christians eat shellfish. They eat shrimp. They eat, lobster. They eat, crab legs. They eat, pork. They eat all of that. I agree. You got a point. They do eat that. I agree. I don't know why if the Bible says not to eat it, then why people eat it. That's why I'm trying to figure out why, if the Bible says not to eat it, why are Christians eating it? It ain't that good. Like, I've had lobster and crab legs before. I've had shrimp. I've had pork before. It's not that good. It's not better than some fish well prepared. It's not better than some chicken well prepared or some steak well prepared. I'll take steak or some well prepared fish over shrimp or crab legs any day. Sinclair says that's the Old Testament, not the New Testament. You saying that's the Old Testament, but my thing is this, Sinclair. Hold on. What you're saying is right. That is the Old Testament. But all the laws done away with. All the laws done away with. All the laws done away with, Sinclair. You're right. That is Old Testament. But all the laws done away with. Even the Bible says everything written before time was for our learning. So if this was written from, if this was written back in the day for our learning, why are we discarding it now? I'm just asking. Nelly says that's because back then they didn't have refrigerators to preserve meat, and that stuff was probably making them sick. Yeah, they didn't have none of that stuff back then. I agree. That stuff is still making people sick today. All the old crab legs and lobster, that stuff is still making people sick. People still eat it. Yeah, but if the Bible says not to eat it, why are people eating it? Listen, if you're not a believer, like if you don't subscribe to Christianity or you don't subscribe to the Bible and you're eating it, I could understand. I could be like, okay, he's not a believer. He doesn't subscribe to the Bible. He doesn't believe in Christianity. He eats whatever he wants to eat. I could rock with you. But if you're a Christian and you know the Bible says not to eat it, why are you eating it? Is my question. That's my question. Reese says, I literally had barbacoa in the fridge. I don't know what that is. What is barbacoa in the fridge? Reese, have you ever had conquito? Have you ever had conquito? Has a Dominican princess or a Puerto Rican princess ever made you some conquito? Nelly says, I need some of your recipes, Reese. Yeah, Reese got the recipes over here. He talking about frying up chips and Reese says, bro, you're allowed to eat pork. Just give it a try. Says who? Just because you say I'm allowed to eat pork, who gave you authority to say you can eat pork? That's not what Leviticus 11:7 says. It says completely antithetical of what you're saying. It says, hey man, you can't be eating the pork, man. Put the pork down, man. Put the pork bacon down, man. There's even a verse. I might go a little too deep for y'all. Even there's a verse in Revelations that talk about the swine eaters. So if y'all wanna go to the Old Testament, I can go to the New Testament too, because there's a verse in the Revelations that talk about the swine eaters. So you might want to put the hot dog down. Because there's a verse in Revelations that talk about the swine eaters too. Yeah, I like conquito. Yeah, I like conquito. Nelly says conquito is delicious. It's Puerto Rican eggnog. Yeah, you never had conquito, Reese? Come on, man. You never had a Dominican princess, a Puerto Rican princess cook you up, make you some conquito, man. Gotta have that, man. You gotta have that. Nelly says my Boricua homegirls make it every year, Christmas and Three Kings Day. Yeah, it's good. I have this girl that she make it for me too. Reese says, have you seen the video that goes the glizzy bit me? Nah, I haven't seen the glizzy stuff. Nah, what's that? The glizzy. I haven't seen that. No, I get no. Come on, you was talking about you had a roster, you had choices last time I was speaking to you. You said you had a roster. You said you had a roster. Sinclair says kosher hot dogs don't have pork. Yeah, they don't. I eat pause, but I eat Hebrew Franks. I get like the Hebrew Franks. That's what I'll be getting. Pause. Nothing wrong with a kosher hot dog. Yeah, but it even talks about it. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up because y'all said, oh, well, it's in the Old Testament that. Oh, let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Y'all better hope I don't find this verse. Y'all gonna be real scared if I pull this up. Uh-oh. I might have found it. Hold on. Hold on, let me go back. Hold on. Cause there's a verse where it talks about, people eating swine. Getting strike down, you might want to put the pork down while you got time, man. Not to make light of the situation, but hold on. Oh, it's in Isaiah. Oh, it's in Isaiah. It's not in Revelation. It's in Isaiah. Isaiah 66. All right. Those who consecrate and purify themselves go into the gardens, following one who is among who eat the flesh of pigs, rats, and other unclean things. They will meet their end together with one they follow, declares the Lord. Y'all need to think about that. Next time you want to eat a hot dog, next time you want to eat, you want to eat some pork bacon. Let me read that one more time for you. This the new international version. Those who consecrate and purify themselves go into the gardens, following one who is among who eats the flesh of pigs, rats, and other unclean things. Focus on that part. Unclean things that will meet their end together. That will meet their end together with the one they follow, declares the Lord. Well, next time you want to eat a Cuban sandwich, or you put some pork bacon on the grill, you might want to you want to rethink it. All right, this word to the wise. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but listen, you might want to take a look at that verse, and put the pork down. Just do yourself a favor. Why not? Nelly is pondering right now. Sinclair says, I'm not fearful of my salvation. Jesus has paid my debts. He has. You're right. I agree. He definitely has. He's paid all of our debts. I agree with you. Reese says, the pork I eat is clean though. No, it's not. That pork is dirty. That pork is filthy. Been laying around in its own excrement. Sinclair says, hey, check in. Where did last night's video go? The music was great. The thing with last night's video, right? I wanted to keep it up, and it's still up. I never took it down. What happened was, for some reason, YouTube blocked the video because it was a bunch of copyrighted music. So they didn't take it down. They blocked it. They blocked the video. I'm trying to keep it up. You'll probably see it come back on my channel at some point this week, but as of right now, it's blocked right now. I never took it down though. I enjoyed that stream. I had a good time. I enjoyed that stream. Yeah, I didn't want to take it down, but just the fact that they blocked the video. They did it on their own merit. They just blocked it. So I was like, ain't nothing I could do. If they block it, they block it. They blocked the video. Ain't nothing I could do. I wanted to keep it up. Definitely wanted to keep it up. No question. Reese says YouTube still hating on you. They definitely hating on me, man. They hating on me hard, man. Severely. They going hard. Sinclair says, honestly, it was one of your best videos and the talent. Yeah, I had fun. That was a good stream. I had fun that night. It was a good time. Yeah, I didn't want to take it down. Definitely didn't want to take it down. Reese says, Doctor Strange was my favorite. My least favorite. Oh. Yo, Reese, why you keep hating on that dude? Reese, did he say something to you or something? Yo, you been hating on that dude. Yo, you was hating on that dude so hard, man. You was hating on him hard. I was like, man, did he say something to you that night? Like, what was it? Why was you going so hard on him? You was going hard on him. I was like, yo, it was like, yo, I was like, his music ain't that bad. I mean, it's not terrible. Yeah, you was going hard on him. I didn't understand. I was like, yo, you're going hard on this dude. Like, what did he do? Did he say something? Because it was a point in that stream where I didn't. It was a point in that stream where I couldn't see what was going on. Like, I couldn't see like what y'all was talking about. Like, I was just going through the email, listening to the song, so I couldn't like keep up with what was going on in the chat. So I didn't know what was going on. Oh, you talking about Sinclair? You talking about the no go guy, the kid that was 14? Yeah, he's dope. He's dope. I like the kid that was 14, the no go, and I ain't gonna lie, Virgil is I like Virgil got some songs that I like. That Panic joint, I would play it, but I ain't trying to deal with no more copyrights. That Panic song is hard. I actually went back and listened to it. I went back and listened to the Panic joint. That track was hard. And I listened back to the what's that joint? The kid you talking about? I forgot his name. The no go? Yeah. The dude that Reese, the dude that you was hating on, was that Plus? Was that Plus Offer? Was that him? Actually, yeah, it was him. Yeah, because he added me on Instagram. Yeah, that was him. Yeah. You was hating on him hard. You was hating on him hard, man. I was like, man. Yeah, Sleezo Kid. Yeah, Sleezo Kid was. Yeah, I like Sleezo Kid's music too. Yeah, Givon. Yeah, he was dope too. Doctor Strange, of course. Yeah, Reese. I like that song. What's that joint? I don't know if it's you don't know my. It might be You Don't Know My Name. Yo, Reese, Virgil, and what's that other kid? Is it Givon? They need to do a song, man. Yo, I ain't gonna front. Yo, Reese, next time I do, I don't know if you like networked with them, but yo, next time I do one of them joints again, like yo, come in here and network, man. You know, do like a little tape with somebody, do like a couple songs with somebody on here, take the opportunity to network on here, have somebody, hop on the track with you, hop on somebody else's track, send somebody something. Cause I see like Reese, he makes music frequently. Like he always be dropping all the time. Like I ain't gonna lie, like you be dropping like a lot, like so like you be making music a lot. So I mean, you could probably send somebody something. You could probably send them something. Send them a track, like hop on this. Give me like a 16. Give me like a hook. Give me like a verse. That'd be perfect. Yeah, Big No. That's I like that joint. Big No. Yeah, them three need to do a song, man. My favorite track was Virgil Panic. That's my favorite track. Virgil Panic. That song made me feel like I had a beehive on my head. Like the way it just sounded so like crazy, like it was mad short too. It just made me feel like I had a beehive on my head. I was like, yo, this track is hard, and like the way it was knocking, like I was like, yo, this joint is crazy. Yeah, and Doctor Strange, he be having like those space. I don't know if y'all know about Ultramagnetic MCs, but he be having like those spaced out bars, like them lyrical miracle type joint. I like that joint. I like that type of style, like that Cannabis Cool Keith type of style. Yeah, Panic was hard, man. I went back to that track. I ain't gonna lie. I went back to that track. That track I had to go back to. I was like, yo, that track was crazy when I heard it. I was like, I gotta hear what this joint sound like again. Yeah, man. Now I'm gonna do another one. I think I'm gonna do them every Saturday. The only thing is, like, it's just the because YouTube, they be going hard with the copyrights, and I understand, like, some people, they can't afford the beats. They can't afford the beats, or they maybe they didn't pay for it yet. or maybe they're going to pay, they're in the process of paying for it, maybe it's a sample, I don't know, whatever the situation is. But I understand the situation because I make music too, so I understand, like, you may take like 10 beats to the studio, you ain't pay for not one of them. You ain't pay for not one of the 10 beats you brought to the studio, but you make a song to it, and the song might come out hard, and you want people to hear it. So you're not thinking about all the business that go into it, buying the beat, tracking it out, all that other stuff. You're just so focused on that you made a hard song. So I understand somebody may have the song in some type of streaming site or whatever. So I mean, I understand the struggles that artists go through, and I definitely understand. Yeah, I'm gonna do them every Saturday. I'm gonna try to do. I can't do them every day. That's too much. But I'm gonna try to hold on to doing them every Saturday. Every Saturday I come out. Have people hop on it. I like the flow of it. I still don't know what I'm gonna do in terms of like leaving the video up, because I already know I'm going to be dealing with a lot of copyright issues. There's going to be a lot of copyright issues that I'm going to have to deal with. Because I already know people they're not paying them. They're not paying those beats, man. They don't own the content that they did a song on. Reese says, Sinclair, could I get you on a song? Sinclair, you about to spit some bars on a Reese song? You about to spit some bars? You should get Sinclair and Nelly on the song. They should do a duet. You, Sinclair, Nelly, and Reese all on one track. I want to hear that. Let's set that up. I ain't gonna lie. I want to hear that. Know what I mean? Do some backup. Know what I mean? Let's hear what them vocals is like, Yeah, man. Yes, Sinclair, Cinema 16. Cinema 16 bars. Send them about 16 bars, B says that would go stupid. The streets would eat that up. Yeah, man. The streets need that new Reese and Sinclair and Nelly on it. We need that. I agree. We need that. I want to hear that. I definitely want to hear that. Yeah, but I'm gonna try to do those. Shows every Saturday. I'm gonna see what happens. I just hope that I can keep it up. That's my only thing. And by the streets, I mean suburbs. I'm knock the song in my suburbs. I'm in the suburbs too. We all from the I'm knocking the song in my suburbs. You knock it in your suburbs. I'll knock it in my suburbs, and we'll have the suburbs on lock. From Reese from Atlanta, right? You from Atlanta, right, Reese? From Atlanta to Long Island to Idaho. We'll have the suburbs on lock. From Long Island to Idaho to Atlanta, we'll have the suburbs on lock. Think about it. That's Idaho. That's Long Island. From Atlanta, that's a lot of people. A lot of people, man. From suburb, like the street rappers, they say from block to block, from hood to hood. Well, we're gonna take it from suburb to suburb. From suburb to suburb. We're not gonna take it from block to block. We're gonna take it from suburb to suburb. to middle class home to middle class home. From middle class home to middle class home. For real. Nah, I'll be with that though. I will be with that. Yeah, man. Sinclair from coast to coast. I'm quick. Yeah, get your bars ready, Sinclair. Get your bars ready. Get your 16 ready. Get your 16 bars ready. You better start practicing in the mirror. Like Eminem and 8 Mile. You better lose it the moment you're on it. You better, get your 8 Mile Eminem on, There's vomit on a sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. You got to be practicing in the mirror for that new Reese. Get your 16 bars ready. Nah, I want to hear it though. I do want to hear it. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I'm gonna close out tonight, man. We kind of went off topic, but it's cool, man. Just riding out. But I hope you guys have been enlightened, and entertained as well as enlightened. But we was talking about women cheating. 70% of women out there cheating on their better halves, man. What is going on with the world? Why are women cheating in such high frequencies? Reset. I told Dr. Strange we battled, I'd finish like Papa Doc. Would you battle though? Like, do you consider yourself a battle MC, Reese? Like would you be willing to battle somebody? Like if somebody, like, let's say if you was like in a cipher and everybody was spitting like, their bars or whatever, and somebody called you out and like they had bars like specifically for you, like would you engage in the battle, or would you be like, nah, I'm a particular type of rapper. I don't rap against people or stuff like that. Like I do my type of rap. Like, do you consider yourself like a battle rapper? Well, like, yo, I'll battle rap you. I don't care. Sinclair says, good night, everybody. Nelly, Reese, check in. See you guys in the next chat. Exactly. See you next time, Sinclair. Salute to Sinclair. Salute. He said, I'm going to freeze up like Papa Doc. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I'm going to see you guys on another chat. See you guys another time. I hope you guys have been entertained as well as enlightened. Like I said, man. We out of here, man. This is the check-in report. Salute to Sinclair. Salute to Nelly. Salute to Reese. Salute to Trenches. Salute to Dr. Strange. Salute to all the mods, whether they're here or not. Everybody in the rebroadcast. Everybody in the chat, man. We out of here. Toodles. These studies announce me, honestly, put the seat back in the Odyssey. Prodigy, little mama, wanted something to swallow me.
Welcome to the check-in report. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel today.